Namaste and welcome, beloveds. For the infinite light that shines within all of us. Infinite happiness, infinite love. And we thank Jesus for bringing us together to teach us to focus on our identity first. It's the most powerful force in the universe, actually. And then to bring into our awareness where there's a desire to experience less than infinite love, infinite happiness is our identity. So as we join in light this holy prayer and ask Jesus to reveal to us the blocks, the desire to experience something other than the Course lesson, desire not to experience the Course lesson, to deny it. And then we just take each thought into our hearts to ask Jesus to show us with willingness to be shown with it. These desires for an experience other than infinite love are untrue. Lesson 101. God's will for me is perfect happiness. Jesus, I'm willing to see any desires that I have that have occurred, seemingly occurred over time. To deny God's will for me is perfect happiness. And offer them to the light of the circle. With the power that I share with my brothers. Today we will continue with the theme of happiness. This is a key idea in understanding what salvation means. You still believe it asks for suffering as penance for your sins. Jesus, I'm willing to see any desire for an experience of suffering and having penance for my sins. This is not so. Yet you must think it so while you believe that sin is real. And that God's Son can sin. You believe that sin is real. And that God's Son can sin. Jesus, is there a desire to have an experience of sin being real? I'm willing to see it differently. And offer all sin to the light of the circle. The power that's shared by my brothers. If sin is real, then punishment is just. And cannot be escaped. Jesus, is there a desire to experience punishment that's just in an experience as though punishment cannot be escaped? Show me any instances where, or examples where I need to see this. Salvation thus cannot be purchased but through suffering. I'm willing to see the desired experience to try and purchase salvation through suffering. that belief that salvation can be won through suffering. If sin is real, then happiness must be illusion, for they cannot both be true. The sinful warrant only death and pain. It is this they ask for. Jesus, I'm willing to see the belief that I'm sinful and the desire for an experience that I deserve only death and pain. It is this that they ask for. For they know it waits for them, and it will seek them out and find them somewhere, sometime, in some form that evens the account they owe to God. Is there a desire to experience death waiting and pain, to seek me out and find me somewhere, in some form that evens the account I believe I owe to God? They would escape him in their fear, thus the desire to experience fear, but to escape God. And yet he will pursue, and they cannot escape. If sin is real, salvation must be pain. Pain is the cost of sin, and suffering can never be escaped if sin is real. Pain is the desire to experience sin. But the only worthiness is pain for sin. Salvation must be feared, for it will kill, but slowly, taking everything away before it grants the welcome boon of death to victims who are little more than bones before salvation is appeased. Jesus, I'm willing to see the fear I have of salvation I've created, miscreate, to have an experience of having everything taken away, and then welcoming death experience. To be little more than bones before salvation of the egos. Its wrath is boundless, merciless, but wholly just. Jesus, I'm willing to see the desired experience for wrath that's boundless, merciless, with the desire to experience mercilessness and boundless wrath as just. Who would seek out such savage punishment? Who would not flee salvation and attempt in every way he can to drown the voice that offers it to him? Why would he try to listen and accept its offering? If sin is real, its offering is death, and meted out in cruel form to match the vicious wishes in which sin is born. Jesus, I'm willing to see the vicious wish in which sin is born. The desire to experience unholiness. If sin is real, salvation has become your bitter enemy. Jesus, I'm willing to see the desire to have a bitter fight with the bitter enemy I believe to be salvation of God. And see that I do believe that. The curse of God upon you who have crucified His Son. You need the practice periods today. The exercises teach sin is not real, and all that you believe must come from sin will never happen, for it has no cause. Accept atonement with an open mind, which cherishes no lingering belief that you have made a devil of God's Son. There is no sin. We practice this thought as often as we can today, because it is the basis for today's idea. God's will for you is perfect happiness because there is no sin. And suffering is causeless. Joy is just, and pain is but the sign you have misunderstood yourself. Jesus, I'm willing to see the desire below my level of awareness to misunderstand myself. Fear not the will of God, but turn to it in confidence that will set you free from all the consequences sin has wrought in feverish imagination. Say, God's will for me is perfect happiness. There is no sin. It has no consequence. So should you start your practice periods and then attempt again to find the joy these thoughts will introduce into your mind. Give these 5 minutes gladly to remove the heavy load you lay upon yourself with the insane belief that sin is real. Today, escape from madness. You are set on freedom's road, and now today's idea brings wing to speed you on, and hope to go still faster to the waiting goal of peace. There is no sin. Remember this today, and tell yourself as often as you can, God's will for me is perfect happiness. This is the truth because there is no sin. I lay all ideas of sin, that sin is possible at your heart. Any attraction to the experience of sin, I lay at your heart. Amen. Jesus, thank you for bringing into my mind attraction to sin's experience. And for showing me I can't experience sin or pain or suffering unless I desire to experience it.